This is the video guide for 7.3 distributive property. I'm going to do this a little bit differently than we've gone in the past. I'm going to go through some worksheets and give you examples at the top of the worksheets, and you're going to follow along. That way you're ready when you get to that part. Feel free to pause the video at any time so that you can make notes or reverse if you need to understand something. I want you to first go to this page. I know it's a little faded, so make sure you have yours in front of you. We're using the distributive property to find the product of 6 times 8. What they do is they pick a factor. They have chosen 8. So the 6 stays the same. The 8 gets split up into 5 and 3 because 5 plus 3 equals 8. Think of that as your fact family. You've seen that before. Now, you multiply each addend by 6. So you distribute the 6 with the 5, and you distribute the 6 with the 3. So 6 times 5 is right here. Then 6 times 3 is here. Then you add that together. So that should be 6 times 5 plus 6 times 3. There are parentheses in the distributive property. So remember, if you are going to solve it, to always solve what is inside the parentheses first. Then we come here to number 3. We took this part, and it's right here. We solve what's in the parentheses. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 3 is 18. Then we just follow through and add that, and it equals 48. Now, you can look at this as an array. If you need to draw an array to help you, or a picture, you'll see that in a few pages. But as a whole, this is a 6 times 8 array. But they have broken the 8 up into 5 and 3. So this is a 6 by 5 array, and then this is a 6 by 3 array. 5 plus 3 would be 8. So down here, 6 times 5 is 30, then 6 times 3 is 18. Then you add those two sums to get 48. So 6 times 8 is 48. We're going to do this one together. We're going to use the distributive property to find the product of 9 times 8. Let's break up the 8. So we're going to do 9 times. Now, we could do 5 plus 3, that equals 8. You could do 7 plus 1, 1 plus 7, 3 plus 5, but let's do 4 plus 4. So we just broke up 8 into an addition problem. Now we need to distribute the 9. So that 9 times the first 4 plus 9 times that second 4. Now we solve. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 4 is 36, and we add that together. If you need to set up a vertical addition problem over here, you can. The answer is 72. That is how you use the distributive property. Refer back to this page to help you. All of these notes should be on your paper just as I have done. Okay, if we look at this page, distributive property of multiplication, we have some pictures. There are 6 examples that you can refer to help you on this. I'm going to give you some hints for the first 2 problems down here. Down here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups, and it's split up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1, 2. So using this picture and finding a picture that's similar to it, like this one, or this one, see if you can make the expression. You do not need to solve and find the answer. You just need to make the expression. Look at this one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still have 5 over here. If you want to sneak that in, you can, or this applies to both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2. We could add these together to make a total one. So this is similar to this one and this one. So use those examples to help you with these numbers. Remember, it's always a great idea to label your pictures. It shows that you understand it, and it helps you when you have to find the numbers and the expression. Alright, I'm moving on. If you need to pause it to go back, you can. On this page, you have an example up here. They have a 3 times 5 array. They have drawn a line down the middle and broken up the 5 into 3 plus 2. Then here is the fact for this section. Here is the fact for this section. Solved, take the answers, the sums, 9 and the 6, and then you answer that to get 15. I need to see this work. I know that I'm going fast, but you need to look back at this example to help you, or again, you can always go back to your guided page right here. Alright, I'm moving on. This is to this page, page 63. When you have a matching problem like this, you can start on either side. I'm going to start on this side. So let's look at A. You have 5 times 8 plus 2 times 8. Well, we need to see which one of these facts or expressions over here could be distributed like this. I see that I have times 8 in common, so I know I have times 8, and then I have a 5 plus 2. 5 plus 2, that would be 7. So this is like a 7 times 8, and it's right here. See, 5 plus 2 is 7, and then the 8 is distributed to both of those. I'm going to skip down to D. 6 times 6 plus 3. Alright, I can add these together to get 9. Right, parentheses first, and then 6 times. So 6 times 9. Is that over here? It is. Notice that these two problems are like this one, so use this to help you. And this one is also like that, and then this problem is similar to this one. So use what you've already done to help you solve future problems. Okay, just a little bit more to go, then you're going to be on your own. These show you the steps. You need to follow these steps. 7 times 5 equals 7 times 3 plus 2. They got 3 plus 2 because they took 5 and they broke it up into 3 plus 2. Then you take the 7 and distribute it. 7 times 3, which is right here. Then 7 times 2. So 2 is going to go in this blank. Now I solve. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 2 is 14. And I add those two sums to get my product. So this answer and this answer should be the same number. Okay? You can probably check that work because you probably already know what that fact is. But you need to complete this one and the rest. Alright. Over here, which equation is true or correct? Select true or false. So it might be a good idea to solve this. 6 times 2 plus 3. Well, 2 plus 3 equals 5. So this is like 6 times 5. Is 6 times 5 the same as 6 times 7? No, because the 7 and the 5 are different numbers. So that is not going to be true. So we're going to make it false. 7 times 5 equals 7 times 2 plus 3. Is that true? Well, I know I can kind of solve this. 2 plus 3 is 5, then that would be 7. 7 times 5. Does 7 times 5 equal 7 times 5? Absolutely it does. Alright, so solve parts to help you see if they match up. You're going to have to use that to help you down here. Finally, on the back page, you've seen this before with the other properties. You're going to use the distributive property this time. That's what you're looking for. So, 10 times 6 equals 6 times 10. That's commutative property. That's not going to be it. 10 times 6 times 8 equals 10 times 6 times 8 in parentheses. That's the associative property. That's not going to be distributive. Alright, 10 times 6 plus 8 equals 10 times 6 plus 10 times 8. The 10 has been distributed with the 6 over here, and the 10 has been distributed with the 8 over here. That looks good. Let's double check D. 1 times 10 equals 10. That's just a regular fact multiplication equation. That is not it. So C is your answer. That is your example. Again, go back and complete anything in this video that you need to help you, and use those as examples as you complete the rest of your packet for 7.3. Good luck.